The introduction is disparities in student performance in U.S. high school reflect broader national challenge. Students from rural, low-income families or marginalized backgrounds often lack access to quality education, while those with more educated parents or test preparation tends to perform better. Female students usually score higher in reading, consistent with national trend. Closing the gap requires early intervention parental involvement aligned with goal of every student's success at ESSA.
Next, I will going to explain the method of data collection known as secondary data. Secondary data refers to information that has been collected by someone else for purpose other than the current research project. This type of data is already exists and is usually gathered from sources such as government publication, previous study, historical records, and the census data or online database. It differs from primary data, which is collected directly by the researcher for a specific research objective. So, from this, we can conclude that secondary data is the pre-existing information that researchers use for their own analysis rather than collecting by themselves.
Let's begin with the target population. Our focus was on the score obtained by high school students in the US. We chose this population to better understand academic performance, trends, and to conduct a meaningful analysis of the data. For this project, we used secondary data, which means we did not have to collect the data firsthand. Instead, we sourced existing dataset. For our analysis, we used Microsoft Excel.
We have three objectives. First, to organize and display data pattern using graphical method. Second, to analyze measure or central tendency, mean, median, mode of student performance data in education according to the reading score and writing score. Third, to analyze measure of dispersion student performance data and determine the shape of distribution skewness in education according to reading and writing score.
So here is our table of secondary data that we collected from www.kaggle.com. This table is about student performance data in education and it contains gender, race, parental levels of the education, test preparation costs, reading score, and also writing score. First, we look at the pie chart showing that the gender distribution of the students. There are 33 male students and 27 female students, making a total of the student is 50. This means 54% students are female and 46% are female, so total 100%. So from this chart, we can see that more female students score in the test compared to the male student. So we move on to the next chart, which is the bar chart. This bar chart showing that the number of students for each group. The student divided into 5 groups, A, B, C, D, and E. So, according to the data, we can see that Group B has the highest number of students with 15 students, followed closely by Group C with 14 students and Group D with 12 students. Group A and Group E have the fewest students with 5 and 4 respectively. In conclusion, Group B has the highest number of students, totaling 15 students, while the Group E has the lowest with only 4 students.
We look at the bar chart is showing the total in each level education. We have 6 is some high school, some college, associate degree, master and bachelor degree. According to the data, associate degree is the highest level with 16 followed by some college is 30, high school is 8, master is 6, some high school is 4, and bachelor is 3. From this bar chart, we can see the association degree is the highest level in education and the lowest in bachelor degree. Next, look at the pie chart showing the test preparation course. There are 37 progress for noon and 30 student progress to complete for test preparation course. From this chart, we can see that many students have not yet implement the progress for test preparation course.
So, move on to the descriptive statistic for reading and writing score. This visual representation gives us insight into the distribution and central data tendency. For reading score table, the mean or average score is 32. The median or middle value is 70 and the most highest frequency or mode is 54. The standard deviation is 14.2619, indicating the average amount scores deviated from mean. The variance is 203.4044, and lastly, the skewness is negative 0.2096, which is slightly negative skew. For writing score table, the mean or average score is 28. The median or middle value is 97.5 and the most highest frequency or mode is 75. The standard deviation is 14.7857, indicating the average amount scores deviation from the mean. The variance is 218.6187, and lastly, the skewness is negative 0.4185, which is more noticeable negative skew compared reading score. On the right side of the slide, we have a graph illustrating the concept of skewness. It shows how in a negatively skewed distribution, the mean is less than the median and the median is less than the mode. This is consistent with both our reading and writing scores, where the distribution tails off to the left. In conclusion, both reading and writing scores exhibit negative skewness, with writing scores being slightly more skewed.
As conclusion, several findings came from the analysis of secondary data collected from high school students in the United States. Factor gender, parental education level, ethnicity, and access to test preparation have a big impact on student academic achievement, especially in reading and writing. In literacy, female students typically perform better than male students, and students from educated families typically achieve higher scores.